Welcome to our weekly one-on-one with head coach Doug Pederson, presented by Wawa. I'm Eagles insider Dave Spadaro. I'm here at Lincoln Financial Field. Doug, you are at home. Let's begin with that. The NFL has put into place protocols where the facilities are closed here for a couple of days. What does that mean to you? How does that change your workflow as you work on a short week getting ready for Green Bay?
Yeah, the league sent out a memo last week that Monday and Tuesday, all club facilities would be shut down to try to get a little bit of a handle on the COVID outbreak around the NFL right now. And obviously, with us playing Monday night, Tuesday, we're out of the building, so everybody still has to drive to NovaCare and COVID test, and then basically return to home. And so everybody's had their offices set up. We've prepared for this during the season, that if something like this were to happen, not only league wide, but with the Philadelphia Eagles, if something were to happen and our building got shut down, that we'd be prepared to work from home as coaches. And we're still doing, Dave, we're still doing the intensive protocol with the players. So, Monday through Saturday, basically we're doing all virtual meetings, from home, and then the players drive for practice and whatnot at NovaCare. So yeah, we're at home today. We're game planning from here, and we just get prepared and get ready for Green Bay.
As we all go through this very tough stretch in a difficult season, have you found that with players being virtual in their meetings, is it difficult to actually kind of reach in and kind of get a sense of where they're at mentally as they go through this, or if you feel like you understand where the players are?
It's difficult to connect with the players, through a computer screen. I would much rather, eyeball them, one-on-one in person. And, but listen, we're not going to make excuses. This is the protocol that we're under, and we're going to embrace it. Our coaches have done a great job with it. Quite frankly, the players have handled it really well. And it's just a matter of how well we communicate the information, and then go practice when they come over to NovaCare. But, it's where we're at right now. And but I would rather eyeball the guys one-on-one and feel their presence a little bit, feel the emotion of the room.
I'd like to get into the offense in a bit, but let's start with something that is really a positive. The Eagles' defense has really come to play here for much of the season. And these last couple of weeks, some very unique challenges. The running game in Cleveland, and then Russell Wilson and everything that he does offensively for Seattle on Monday night. The defense has played well, Doug. Can you talk about that and what you've seen from the Eagles' D in general this season and of late?
Yeah, here lately the defense has played extremely well, and Seattle came in, putting up well over 30 points a game, for many of their games this season, and honestly, just to keep them to as many field goals as we did in this game, and I know they got the 2 scores in there, but a lot of that was because of the offense, lack of execution and creating some short fields for Seattle to execute upon. And but overall, the defense has played really well. And we've gone up against some really good running teams, and they've stymied the run, and have done a pretty good job getting after the passer. And so I've been really, really happy and pleased with the way that their energy level, they're flying around, they're really making some big plays, big stops, getting the offense, back into the football game, or at least keeping the offense in the football game. And now it's the offense's turn to really kind of reciprocate that and score and try to pull out these games.
All right, let's talk about that offense, Coach. What did you see when you looked at Monday's film?
I see still some mistakes that are being made. I still see inconsistent play around, across the board. I see, and I've said this before, it's not just one guy or one position group, it's everybody. And that's even, play calls. I even put that on myself. And we got to just continue to work. I mean, I know we've got a lot of different pieces and moving pieces in the offensive line. We've talked about it each week, and got some young guys playing, some skill positions, the receiver spots. And it's just a matter of, we're into that long stretch, kind of that grind part of the season right now, where really everybody has to focus in and, kind of dial it in just a little bit more and do the extra, right? I mean, guys are working hard, but now it's time to go a little extra, in this last month or so, 5 weeks of the regular season, to really try to salvage what's left.
All right, Doug, Carson Wentz is the big question here. What are you seeing from number 11?
I think we're seeing a little bit of a quarterback, a player that sometimes is pressing the issue just a little bit, just trying to make things happen when really he just let the game come to him, and it can be difficult at times because protection is not always the greatest. Receivers maybe not in the right spots, but also from his standpoint, you don't have to force the throw. Making sure your eyes are disciplined on your progressions, make sure your feet, and if you got to use your legs to extend plays, go ahead and do that. So, it's just something that we've got to continue to work through with him, continue to teach, continue to coach, and work ourselves out of it.
How much do you think, you play the position, I'm just asking you the question, how much do you think it's between the ears, confidence level? Do you think there's a bit of an issue there, given everything that's going on around Carson?
I'm assuming that there's probably some of that going on. That's probably, something that Carson could answer, obviously, but having kind of been and walked in his shoes, I know the feeling. I know the feeling of when your team's not playing well. Think back to '99 when our first year here, we weren't very good as an offense, and you kind of feeling that pressure a little bit as a quarterback, and you do want to make every play. You feel like you've got to make every play, and you just realize that you don't have to. You just got to run the offense and just do what you can do to contribute, and let the guys around you improve and let them kind of showcase their skill set as well.
In basketball, they say when you're a shooter, you just keep shooting your way out of it. Do you want Carson to go back and just fire and gunsling and just kind of somehow get back to that level that we know he can play?
I think, Dave, that's such a great analogy where you hear that a lot in basketball or baseball, just especially basketball, obviously, as you mentioned, just keep shooting, shooters shoot. And, listen, quarterbacks are going to struggle. And, it's the same philosophy when if an interception is thrown, I want to put the ball right back in his hands to make a throw the next time out, right, to complete what it feels like to complete a pass. But you got to do that. It's, I think it's easy to just say, hey, let's make a change, let's make a switch. But I want to work through it. I want to help him get better because he's a big part of the success we've had around here, and we're going to continue to have success with him. And we just have to keep working and keep shooting, as you say.
Doug, what's it like for you, a Super Bowl winning coach? You've been to the playoffs 3 straight years. You're now getting questions that are very intrusive, very negative, understandably so. Team is 3-7-1. What is this like for you?
It's part of the job. It's part of the territory. It's part of what I signed up for when I got into this business, especially coming back to Philadelphia. This is it's a great place when you win, and it can be a challenge when you don't, because we have had success, and I think sometimes I don't ever want to rest on our success, right? We got to continue to improve and continue to get better, and and for me, I got to continue to get better, as a head football coach and lead this football team how I see fit and how I feel it needs to be led, and I do feel like the players are responding positively to that, and they're disappointed too. I think if you ask them, these guys are mad and upset for not finishing these games and not playing better, and they understand that we have to play complementary football. But for me personally, it's something that I'm right there with the players, and we're all in this together, and we work ourselves out of it.
I'm looking for silver linings here, Coach, and so I'm looking at some of the young players offensively: Jordan Mailata, Matt Pryor, Dallas Goedert, Rager, Fulgham. How do you feel about some of the development of these young players? And we'll start at the offensive line because everybody's watched 10 starting combinations in 11 games.
Yeah, obviously encouraged by the young guys. They're getting valuable reps. Obviously, as we know, it's not perfect, and we continue to try to improve each week, and it really goes with all those guys. Even the receiver positions, the guys you mentioned, are showing improvement each week. They're learning how to practice better, right? They're learning how to kind of take it from the classroom to the practice field and then onto the game day. field. And it's just young player. It takes a little bit to really figure out how to play this game at this level. And when there are setbacks, when there's adversity, whether due to injury or the team's not playing well, this is where we got to find ways of getting everybody involved. But I've been really pleasantly surprised by some of the young guys and whether it be starters or core contributors on special teams. They've really made an impact for us this season.
All right, Doug, finally, Green Bay on Sunday, Lambeau Field. What do the Packers do on defense, and how do you get ready for them on a short week?
Well, we know they got two really good edge rushers, and that's where it starts for them, and it seems like this whole season we've been going up against really good, outstanding defensive end, pass rush type guys. And, they in the back end, they try to disguise their coverages. They're fast. They fly to the football. It's aggressive. Obviously, they got a tremendous offense and Aaron Rodgers, and they can score points. And so you're going to have to score to at least stay up with them. And we had some success last year. Going out there to Green Bay and playing, and we might have to look back on that game and just see how we did it. But good defense, good team, and they're well coached, and we've got to be well prepared.
I guess Aaron Rodgers would be kind of a comp here. I mean, he went through some tough times, stuck with it, and now he's having an MVP caliber season. So certainly quarterbacks and offenses go through these ups and downs, and if you stick with it and do it right, you bounce back up. Is that the lesson here?
That's the lesson. I think everybody is going to go through it at some point in their career or a team, and we're there right now, but we continue to work, and that's what we know what to do and know how to do, and work ourselves out of it.
Head coach Doug Pederson, our weekly one-on-one presented by Wawa. Coach, thanks so much. Good luck on Sunday at Lambeau Field.